the grandson of right thought. As elect, your emotional state that you're in, your state of being that you're in, it shows how much you know about your life, about what you're supposed to do. Your emotional state shows how much you know about that, thus showing how much you know yourself. If you're not, if you find yourself emotionally irregulated, getting upset, quick-tempered, impatient, it's because you have not accepted the full truth of who you are, or you don't know it. You see? Because if you knew, you wouldn't be upset. If you knew, you wouldn't be impatient. If you knew who you were, you wouldn't take any of this personal. If you truly knew who you were. Y'all see that? Because I've said this before on previous messages that I've given to you guys, that a person who's heard the words about their truth, that this is going to happen, that's going to happen, expect this to happen, expect that to happen. The people who have heard those things and believe it, then they listen, they expect it. They say, okay, I was told that, y'all know what I'm about to do. I was told that I would be hated. That I would be hated. I would be rejected. I would be despitefully used. Like I've said, I've made videos about this. You guys know this. You would be hated on. And if you truly knew that, see what I mean about knowing who you are? If you knew that that applied to you, see, then would you be upset? If you already were prepared for it, you already knew it, you already expected it. See, the thing is that most of you don't know who you are. You see? A lot of people are just too prideful to submit to the truth that was already given to us. You see? The word that was given to us from the beginning. Because if you knew who you belonged to, you wouldn't be upset. You would know that you'd be rejected. You'd be trying to tell people all this stuff that you thought you knew and all these things about all this enlightenment you've got. You'd be trying to share that with people, but they wouldn't listen to you. They would reject you. Your own family would turn against you. I'll give you an example of what I mean. The scripture says that a prophet is without honor in his own people, in his own family, in his own land, in his own kin. This is already written. Now, if you didn't know you were a prophet and your family started to reject you, then you would be confused or upset, or you would take it personally. You wouldn't understand that this is what happens to all prophets because you didn't know you were a prophet. So you wouldn't know why you were being rejected by your family. But if you knew and accepted that you were a prophet, then you wouldn't be surprised, you see? You would be looking for it as part of confirmation that you are who you know you are. See, there's the proof. I'm rejected by my own family, my own hometown. I'm rejected in my own hometown. Just like I said I'd be. Because I know who I am. Now, followers of the truth, your master said that you would be hated. You would be rejected for his name's sake or the truth's sake. So when you speak truth in the world, people reject you and hate you. And then you act surprised that they did this when he already said it. So that means either you didn't accept that that's who you were, or you didn't know that that's who you were. Y'all see? So now today, who are you? Are you a follower of the truth? Because if you are, then you need to go ahead and accept those things that are going to be done to you for being a follower of the truth. Because the world hates the truth. You see? It rejects the truth. So if you follow after it, you have to expect those things. You have to expect that when you say these words that you think are so beautiful and so liberating to people, they may reject you. You see? Then you won't be surprised and you'll be able to walk off and dust off your feet like you were told to. If you know who you are. Now, if you don't know who you are, then you're going to take everything personally. You see? You're going to go to try to explain something to somebody, a truth about something, and they're going to reject you. You're going to have cognitive dissonance. Have you guys ever heard of the cycle of acceptance? Well, if you haven't, then you as a follower of truth should definitely research and find out what is the cycle of acceptance. It's a process that someone goes through when they hear the truth. You think they're going to hear the truth and they're going to rejoice. That's not part of the cycle of acceptance. You see, when you first give somebody new truth, they may get angry at you. They may even insult you and tell you you're stupid and retarded. And everything that you're saying is nonsense. This is an expected result if you know the cycle of acceptance. So then when you expect somebody to lash out at you when you tell them the truth, then you tell them the truth, they lash out, you're not surprised. You see how that works? You're not surprised, you're not, dote off. You're still in full control of your emotional state because you already expected it. So that your feelings aren't regulated, or your wife or your woman is not irregulated, you see? Hey, how you doing? Nope, I don't.
You don't smoke?
No.
Damn, how come you can't help me? I got COPD and I'm asking you.
Oh man, no. I puff herb, but no, not the cigarette.
Oh, you said you was the herb.
Have a good one, brother.
You too.
Yep. So like I said, when you know and you see it and you go, okay, wait a minute, I'm recognizing something. I'm looking at these words that say that this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen when I come into the truth and I follow the truth. And then it happens. Okay, well, that's confirmation that I'm in the truth now. And you should rejoice. But a lot of you are not rejoicing because you don't know that's part of it. You see? That's part of it. That's part of the proof that you got to be rejected. Listen to what I just said. You have to be. Not you might be. You're going to be. It's part of the rite of passage. You have to go through it so that you can be trained in your emotional capability, your emotional regulation. Wow. Yeah. Got thrown off there. But in your emotional regulation, y'all see this cat licking the glass? I'm sorry, I'm just seeing so much strange shit right now. Cat licking on the glass of the window. Anyway, but when you go through these tests of being rejected, hated, called names, whatever they're going to do to you, that's going to teach you emotional strength, emotional regulation, how to keep calm amidst a storm. So don't be upset when it happens. Embrace it, knowing that it's supposed to happen to you. It proves you are who you are. And it's also going to help you. It's going to purify you and make you pure gold. You see? What did Abba say? He says he's going to put you in the furnace of affliction to try you and to make you into pure gold. So what do we see? We see Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace. Were they burned? Were their clothes burned at all? No. So the same goes for us, the elect, who are going to go through this fiery furnace of life. That's going to purify you. So like I said, when it happens to you, don't think it's strange. The scriptures also attest to that. Think it not strange concerning the fiery trials that you're going to undergo. See? You see how it's constantly confirming that? That that's going to be a part of your life? And why it's happening? He's not even telling you, he's not only telling you that it will happen, he's telling you it will happen and why it's happening. To make you pure gold. So if you find yourself today a little impatient, lashing out, judgmental, bitter, angry, that means you haven't fully accepted the truth of who you are. That's all it means. It doesn't actually mean anything else. It means you haven't accepted yourself. You're like, hey man, damn. Before I came into this truth, I had friends and everything. Now all my friends can turn their backs on me. I don't have no friends. All the girls used to like me back in the day. Now I done came on this truth. None of the girls want to talk to me. Matter of fact, they just hurting me, rejecting me. What the hell's going on? That's what it is. You see? It's purifying you. See, because think about what I'm about to tell you. It's purifying you. If you've come into this truth, and before, let's just say you used to be a whoremonger, go out on the clubs on the weekends, get a girl, have a little fling with her, go on with your week. Next weekend come around, you go out looking for a new fling to have. Let's just say this was your lifestyle. Well, that's called lust. So the Most High put you through the furnace of affliction, or He's going to give you a female that's going to tear your ass up. And you're going to be all playing the victim. Oh my God, I can't believe this woman did this to me. Why is she so cruel? Why is she so untrustworthy? Why is she this? Why is she that? To purify your ass of your lust. Because will lust inherit the kingdom of heaven? Okay. Let's continue with this. Greed. Let's say your issue is greed. You just want everything for you. Me, I. Okay. Most likely going to put you around somebody who's going to rob the shit out of you. And going to be somebody close to you. You're going to be like, wow, this person was a friend of mine. How could they have did this to me? I trusted this person. They went behind my back. You see? To show you your own greed, to purify you. Because can greed inherit the kingdom of heaven? No. All the things that you're putting out to the universe, that's why it says you reap what you sow. Because all the things that you're putting out, you're gonna have to get it back so that you can see how it feels to put it out. That's simple. That's the only way you can learn. Matter of fact, it's the most effective way you can learn. It's by knowing, having knowledge. You see? So, it's just a simple thing. Those 7 deadly spirits, we call them, 7 deadly sins, those things that are in us have to be purified out of us because they can't inherit the kingdom of heaven. So we go through the things that we go through to purify us of those things so that we no longer send it out into the universe. Thus, we no longer reap it. See, we can't blame nobody else. Oh, this person, that person, this person, that person. Can't blame nobody else. It's up to you today. So that's all this morning, y'all. I finished my walk. Silawam Israel.